street eaters at home. Today, guess what I'm making for you? My mini beer breads. That's how they're going to come in. So you need to stick with me throughout this whole video to see how they're made. Now, I've made them in the past and I've just used cheese on top and inside. But I've actually gone the extra mile and added a few extras, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. So for this recipe, all you do need is a bowl. I've got 3 cups of plain flour here. Just dump that in. Plain flour, nothing else. 3 teaspoons of baking powder. A few teaspoons of salt. 1 and a half of salt. I'm going to use pepper. The original didn't say that, but I'm adding in extras now from now on. So the pepper plus is extra. So just a few things of pepper. Now I'm going to, I do need to put this. I've got beer. It can be cold. My husband said, do you want a cold beer or do you want it room temp? It really doesn't matter. If you've got a cold one, throw it in. If you don't, throw it in. It doesn't matter in this recipe. It's mini cheesy beer breads, but I'm making them a little chili and olive oil and olives, and you can make them pizza and you can do whatever you want with them. But just a normal 375, probably from about 350 mils to 400 mils, because if you use anything over that, you'll make it too liquidy. But if you use under, you're going to need to add some water. Now I've got a little added water here in case, because all the extra ingredients I'm putting in, it might become a little doughy. So my son got me this today. It's a he did it and it was fine. I'll do it and probably break the bottle. Here we go. Oh, see? Oh, it did work, but I just didn't push it hard enough. So it's just a, what do you call it? Electric kind of anyway, a beer bottle cap thing. Doesn't matter. The whole lot. Let's try most of it, because you can add a bit of water. You know what? Throw it in, because there's a lot of flour and I'm adding extra stuff. So you can sniff that bottle, Steve. So we'll stir that in just to get it all a little bit doughy. You're looking for a dough. Now it has to be a little wet and sticky. Can't be really dry, otherwise add water. Because I'm adding in extras, ingredients, you're going to want probably a little bit of water, because now, yeah. See, a little bit of water anyway, because I know I'm going to add in, that's not going to hurt it. It's going to thin out the beer, which most men are like, what? Just add another beer. You could add a little bit more beer if you want. It is cheesy beer breads. But see, it's getting sticky. I don't know if you can hear that. Probably not. Probably can. So let's mix, mix, mix. And that's what you want. If you look at it and go, that's too sticky, that's pretty much what you want. But because I'm adding more stuff, I might have to add more water. Just get all that flour in. Just scrape it up. There's still a little flour down the bottom. And we'll be fine with that. Okay. The cheese is for the top. I've just got shredded cheese. You can use, this is tasty cheese. You can use mozzarella. Or if you only have sliced cheese, cut it up or just whack it on the top. It's only to make it kind of go golden brown on top. So that's for afterwards. Now here I have Calabrian chili peppers. Now I've gotten this from an Italian deli. I think it was Footscray, Carlton. You can get this in any good Italian deli. So I've used that. So if you're an Italian, you're going to know exactly what this tastes like. But give it a try. It's not too hot. It'll just add a slight kick. I was going to put jalapenos in it, but I don't think I have them. So this is fine. You can just add whatever you want. You can add diced pepperoni if you want it. You can add a pizza sauce on top. Make it pizza bread. So I'm going to add all this in because I love, and the oil will actually just kind of help it a little bit. And I've got some sliced black olives. If you don't want these, you don't like them, don't use them. If you like green ones, use them. As I said, the extras you don't have to have. You don't like them, don't use them. Put that there. But what I do have extra, I've got some dill, and that's going to go in a second. But if you don't like dill, you can use coriander. You can use parsley. You can use basil if you're making an Italian pizza one. So I'll mix this through, and it gives it a good colour. You can add herbs. As I said, once you get to here, you can add whatever you like, but you might just have to adjust the liquid. So if it's getting a bit too dry, add a bit more water, or a bit beer if you want. It is beer bread, so you'll be fine so long as it goes into the oven a little sticky and wet. It's got to be like that because it's going to need 180 degrees for about 30 minutes. So you're going to need to cook them because they are little mini cheese breads, beer breads. So mix that through. I'm going to add the dill because I love dill. So dill and ranch. I'd put ranch in this. If you want to put ranch in this, you can. This is going to... It smells delicious. I wish when you're filming you could smell the vision. Look at that. So just mix it. Don't have to over mix it. That's it. If you're a bit worried, add a bit of this in again. It's got to be a little tacky because it has to take the cooking. If it's too dry, you'll end up cooking it too quick, and it'll be like Chinese fighting breads. So I think we're all right, but I'm going to add more pepper because I just pepper. I'm going to open up the grinder. Add whatever you want, but just adjust the liquid. That's all it is about. You can add meats, anything in here. Now what I'm going to do is, I've got these little mini molds. It makes about 2 of these, or more, actually 3 or 4 of these. Or you can make, a bigger loaf. Make a big loaf. Just put all this in one big loaf. I'll make 2 of these and I'll pull it out and do them again because I've got the other 2 used to something else. So I want to spray them well because you want them to come out. Spray them well. Don't worry if you've oversprayed, you've probably done it good. And then we just put them in. You drop them in. You're just making bread. There's nothing hard. This is the hardest part, but it's the fun part because you can put in whatever you want. And in there.
Don't worry if you get the specks of white.
Doesn't matter. Flatten them out a bit. You can make them a little bit higher. I think I had enough to do 3. But my other mould is used at the moment. But you can, if you don't have these moulds, you can just make Texas muffins or patty cake muffins or just muffins. You make them into muffins, and they'll have them as little muffin bites. Just spread it. All right. Because what's going to happen is they're going to puff up and they're going to have a nice bread crust at the top like you would get a high tin loaf at the bakery. I'll do a bit more. I want them like that. But they'll take time. So if 30 minutes you find is not enough, whack them in for another 10 or 15. Just see what your oven will do. My oven's pretty good, so I'm thinking 180, 190 for about 30 minutes should do these. But as I said, you can get a little skewer. If it comes out clean, you're done. I'm going to use this up in all 3 instead of 3. I'm going to have beautiful muffins, but I might have to risk taking them a little further. That's all. Oh, look at that. They look like little marshmallow clouds. You can whack them on a tray if you're worried about spillage. They won't spill too much because they're not liquidy. They will come over a little, but just make it work. I might have overdone that, but yeah, bread's bread. There we go. I think we're okay. So once you get to this, can you see that, cameraman? Once you get to that, just make them fit and bang them down so they've got a little room to move. Don't be afraid. It's just dough. Okay. Then all you need to do is sprinkle the cheese. Right about your oven. Put it under a tray, on foil, whatever you want. Extra cheese. Delicious. And yes, they will cook. The cheese won't stop them cooking. The cheese is just delicious. I'm going to use it all because I'm so delicious in cheese. There you go. Now, whack them in the oven for 180, about 30 minutes. If you need 40 minutes, that's fine. Probe them with a skewer. They come out clean. You're done. I'm going to do that now, and we're back. So when you see this,
Slice it and put some butter on it, and you'll be...
let's wait. And the beer bread is out of the oven. Look at this. It's hot. It's just come out of the oven 5 minutes ago. I can touch it, but guess what? Look how they look. I did overload them, so you're going to get extra cheese and extra... You won't have a problem getting them out. If you really well grease them, then all you need to do is get a butter knife, like a steel butter knife, and just carve them out, and then flip, like I did.
Boom, 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 boom.
And look at that. And they will come out. I promise, if you really grease them and you just use the method of just kind of coax them out, you will get this. Look at that beer bread. Look at that. That's what we made together. This is good with a coffee or, I'm sorry, or anything. Actually, you can just have them if someone comes over. Whatever you want. You can have them in, and you can put them in the freezer. They freeze well. Let them cool down for about half an hour, 40 minutes, till they're almost cold, and then put them in a freezer bag or a Ziploc and seal them really tight and put them in your freezer. They'll keep for months. I've got a few in there already. So I've got pizza ones in there, pepperoni on top, and then cheese on top. And then you can't forget this. Sorry, this isn't the tray. Cheese! That's right. That's right. And then we're just going to cut into one of them. You'll need a bread knife, and it is still hot. You can wait 10 minutes, half an hour, because the risk of also cutting into them too hot, you'll crumble them. I just might need this. Just a little. Once you get the cut, that's fine. Gentle. Oh, my Lanta. Look at that bread. Bit of butter, bit of garlic butter. Slice them on a platter. Put some tomatoes, cabana. You can cut them into quarters. And if you want to look at this, cameraman, it's just, look at it. The orange is the Calabrian chili. You got the olives. You got the dill. Oh, and this, I have to taste it. Oh yeah, let's cut one more slice. So I'm going to put some butter on it, and this is, look how beautiful. If you let them cool down more, I reckon you can get them a little slice. Some of them come out looking like, that's how you put it in. Look at that. Look at that. This is probably the best I've actually made. Look at that. So I'm going to put a bit of butter on one now. And I'm going to take a, lather that, and get the cameraman in a second to have a taste. Cameraman, husband Steve, would you like to take a taste? But look, it doesn't look like, that's just bread, but no, it doesn't look like there's much filling in there, but it does drop down. Everything's just...
Oh, it feels really nice.
Have one or the other.
Go for the middle bit.
And it's good with a beer. Like, this is easy to make. Like, all right, you can do 4 or 5 or 6 of them, but 2 or 3, I could have made 3 because I did overload the top, but 3 is, I've made 3 before in one here, And that took about 55 minutes in my oven. 180, 190.
There are no words for this. How good it is.
Yeah. Cabana. Put some bread out. You can make them, and then if you've made them and you've cooled them down, and you can put them in the freezer, and you know you got friends coming over, thaw it out a few hours beforehand, whack it in the oven, put a little foil over so you don't overcook the cheese, warm them through on a tray for another half an hour, 40 minutes, just till they, cook through or warm through, or microwave them. They're going to take good for microwave.
And
I need taste. Look at that.
Even though that Calabrian chili is extra hot,
you don't have to put it in. You can put whatever you want in. As I told you. As I told you once, you did the flour, the baking powder, the salt, then that was it. And the beer, that was it. That was the main recipe. Then the cheese just went on top. But I put the Calabrian chili paste and the olives in, and that's what I chose. But coming with that means you just add a little bit more water because it will get too thick. And you need it a little bit sloppier, a little bit so it will cook slower and it will cook through. So whatever you're adding extra, just be well warned that a bit of extra beer or water needs to be in. But as long as it's a little sticky and sloppy, if it needs to be in for an hour and 10 minutes, that's fine. Just go on under. You can't beat homemade bread. This is my cheesy beer bread. And you can imagine when I've made them, I've made these with diced pepperoni in them, pizza sauce in them, pizza sauce on top before the cheese, just to allow for it. You can put spinach in them. You can microwave the spinach, get it all wilted, whack it in, dice it up, whack it in. Spinach and ricotta. You can do whatever you want, so long as the end result, before you put it in the tins, is a little sloppy and sticky, like the way I showed you. Alright, I can't talk. This is beautiful. You need to give it a try. Make them. You will not be sorry. You'll go, Shaz did that. You don't want hot chili stuffing? Don't. Put a little diced chicken and barbecue sauce. Whatever you're thinking, whack it in. But the end result I told you, make sure it's a bit sticky. You'll have to add more water or more beer. Maybe more beer. My husband would say more beer. So, if you like this, thumbs up. Hit the like and subscribe button. Put a comment below if you like this and you want to see what else I want to cook. I'm always going to go to your comments. I won't not react to your comment. And hit the notification bell. But my work is done. I made bread today and I'm a happy chappy. So, till the next one, peace out.